Alright, welcome. This is Devin from Deadly Art Gaming. For those coming for the first time, welcome. For those coming back, welcome back. Um, Today we got some new information from Last Epoch just a couple hours ago. Kind of an update on the multiplayer, which is what everybody is waiting on. A lot of complaining in game that I've been seeing that everybody's just waiting on the multiplayer, which is definitely understandable, but it is coming. They are working hard on it. They are going to get it out as fast as possible, but they want to make sure they get it tested thoroughly to where they know it's going to be stable, not having a bunch of glitches and a bunch of issues with implementing the multiplayer aspect of it, of having multiple characters sharing a network, and also with scaling. So, got to make sure everything plays well to where you join together, doesn't crash each other, cause each other lag from playing with people in different regions, and also um, poor experience of too easy or too hard or what have you, and make sure it's balance of like having low level characters running in there, not being where they're just power leveled and to outrageously and stuff like that. So definitely a lot of stuff that they are working on. So we're going to go through the post real quick. So now the first part is basically them just saying end of the year. They are making a lot of progress on the multiplayer. Now they are saying here, while it is still months away from having this available to the public, we are making great progress and are excited about the mix of social systems we have planned. So they got a lot of social systems as far as interactions, things that we're going to be able to do with each other, not in the aspect of playing with each other, the other additional stuff that goes along with it, like possible trading, social gathering in areas, and just interacting with each other, stuff like that. Just random stuff they want to input where you can work together and kind of make it more of an entertaining experience playing with your friends, family, or just random other players. So essentially, our core goal for multiplayer is to ensure that the world of Terra feels alive. You will encounter other players from your server in hub zones like the End of Times, uh, Hiboria, and the Bazaar. You will be able to form parties, check out gear, show off your loot, chat, and make new friends. So essentially, you'll be able to kind of check out what each other have, how you got your stuff, your crafted gear, what gear you're wearing, show off your loot that you get. So I'm guessing that would be putting the loot in the chat, or possibly trading. Um, and then essentially you will be able to form parties of up to 4 players, which all will scale the difficulty of your team's enemy. A cooperative party will be more formidable, but a disorganized party may struggle more than a solo player. Teaming up will also provide more build options. If you want to play a supporting character, you can create builds that aid your allies with buffs and healing spells. Um, Taunt, stun enemies on the front lines, or create build that devastate the opposition with high damage abilities while your team protects you. So this will start changing up the roles a little bit, where um, you can have more of a straight DPS, like for the archers or the casters, to where you're not having to worry about your resist as much. If you want to go more glass cannon, since you'll have your friends with you that can kind of take the aggro or stun them to where you can just pulverize them. So definitely is going to shake things up a bit once that gets in there. While having a support role character is not necessary, we know uh, it's an enjoyable experience for some players. Teaming up with other players will not be required to overcome any challenges in Terra. but we aim to make co-op a fun and attractive experience. So they're not gonna, from what they're explaining there, is they're not gonna make this into a you have to group with people, you have to interact with people type deal. But if you do, it's still going to be fun, it's still going to be challenging, and it's not going to take away from the game. When entering a Terra, you will be able to choose from any different server regions that are separate from one another, in addition to multiple locations in both America and Europe. We will have servers in other locations such as Singapore. So essentially, most pieces are, or as far as the progress, most pieces are in place, and we are diligently coming through a massive amount of skills and systems to prepare them for testing. We have made a great deal of progress, but there are still many steps left to take. Uh, so I'm gonna go ahead and go through this before we start breaking down some of the stuff that their keys, points, and stuff. We're gonna go ahead and watch this video. I'm gonna go ahead and skip a little bit forward, see if there's going to be anything else other than gameplay. Yeah, it looks like that's all they're really showing is just them playing together. So I wanted to watch that first experience with y'all. Like I said, I haven't gotten to. I read through a little bit, but I didn't get to watch any of this, so I just wanted to kind of watch that with y'all. That was interesting. Um, so there we go. So looks good. I was hoping that maybe they might show a little bit of some of the social stuff that they'll be putting in aside from just the playing together stuff. So, but we will have to wait for a future update on that. So these are some of the key points that they're working on to ensure the multiplayer feels good when it makes it into your hands. There are a few key things we're tackling. Improving performance. We are still aggressively working on performance in Last Epoch. We have even more improvements coming soon, and we recognize that good performance is important for enjoyable multiplayer experience. Preparing for scale. This is where the multiplayer comes in for scaling. Launching server authoritative multiplayer is challenging, and we've seen teams with greater resources struggle to keep login and gameplay servers operating well when met with demand. We will be scaling testing often for releasing it to the releasing multiplayer to the public. So essentially, they're going to be testing it, getting it smoother, and then adding more and more people into the testing to stress it even more to where it'll get it to a more of a global kind of feel. as best they can to kind of gauge what it'll be like and making sure it's going to be nice and smooth for everybody. Testing. There are bugs and party synergies that need to be found and addressed. While we're sure that some players will find more when we launch, there is a lot that can be addressed before it's in your hands. So that's what I always tell people. They can work on this for the next 10 years. Once they get it out, it's still going to have a bug. So yes, whenever they bring it out, there are going to be bugs. But one thing that I like about um, last Epoch and the developers is that they are very quick at getting things fixed, adjusting things, balancing stuff. So it's not one of those things that's going to pop out, they're going to release and not fix any bugs or updates for months down the road. So they're pretty quick at getting things taken care of. And last but not least, we have while multiplayer is a system that is ready when it's ready. We're very excited to expand testing to our community tester team in the near future and be more vocal about our progress plans and timeline. We want to thank you all again for being an amazing community. Um, that we could not be more happy to develop this game for more from all of us at Happy Your Game. We wish you all a happy holiday and amazing New Year's. So that's pretty much it there. So yes, so once they get it out of their internal testing, they're going to start ramping it up here soon to where they'll be incorporating the community testers. That's a lot of the streamers, people like us that do builds. Uh, I might get lucky, get invited to one of those where I can start helping out with those testings. Uh, but yeah, they're going to start increasing that, and then they'll probably after that they'll start um, putting a little bit more into it to stress it even further. So definitely love to hear that they're testing it thoroughly, trying to make it as bug free as possible. Because I know with the systems, once you start adding into the multiplayer, that's where other issues come out. Some issues that are already there get amplified. So they are working performance on just the straight up game, but also performance to make it to where when they add the multiplayer in, it's not going to overload everything. So I don't know about you, but I can't wait. Multiplayer, I've been waiting for because I like to play with people. So once this comes out, I will be playing with my community. If y'all ever need help uh, looking for gear, trying to gear out your characters, looking for some uniques, you can, once we get the multiplayer going, I'll be more than happy to run with you to help you look for uniques. If they implement the ability to trade and all that stuff, I'd be more than happy to. If I get it, you can have it. I'm all about helping. So, but that is it for today. If y'all ever need anything, y'all just leave a comment, send me a message, join the Discord. Y'all can talk, chat with me and everybody else. We play multiple games, so if you have any games that you play with us, I'm more than happy to play with y'all. If you did like the content, please smash that like button. And if you want to keep up with my guides, my reviews, my live streams, all that fun stuff, smash that subscribe button to keep up to date and be notified when I update videos. And you all have a great one. My name is Devin from Daily Art Gaming. Y'all have a great holiday. I'll see you next one.